Hey y'all, Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening. Before I get started, I'd like to apologize in advance because my dishwasher is going on in the background. I'm in the middle of, handling my household chores, and I decided that I would just take a break to get a reading or two in while, I wait for some groceries to be delivered. While I was in the nail shop, it occurred to me that I tapped into something that I haven't heard anyone else, as far as in the spiritual realm, is with other readers or mediums or whatnot, tap into. And I decided to go a little further with this. There's a lot of people who feel like Chrisean tricked Jaden out of her spot. And I want to go further into this because I feel like what happened was smart, not just on one of the women's end, but on the other woman's end. This was a multi-layered plan that came together in a short amount of time. Literally, this was thinking on the fly. And I'm going to tap into the energy of, Jaden and Chrisean Rock. When enemies become friendly. A very unlikely bond. Okay? A lot of people, this may have went over their head, but if you got a little street smarts and you've been through a few things, then you recognize the play. So, we all know that since I did my last reading, Blueface and Marsh both came forward to give their account of what happened. We haven't heard from Jaden yet, but we do know that she has left the house. Now, once, Chrisean decided to leave Blueface's house, Blueface decided to leave and go with Chrisean. I want to tap into what happened from there and what's behind, the curtain, what it is that, the general public missed, because now that everybody is in a safe place, I can say this. So thank you in advance to everybody who clicked on this reading. And my prayers go out to anyone that is suffering from any type of domestic situation, men as well, because a lot of men don't get to, tell people or have people sympathize with them when they're being abused as well. So if you are on either end of the spectrum, do whatever you need to do to get out. No one should suffer through being abused. Without any further ado, honey, we're about to get this whole thing cracking. And y'all gonna see what I mean about I tapped into something that no one else has tapped into as of yet. They may do it after. And if somebody has tapped into this, y'all, please let me know, because I love to give credit where credit is due. I just haven't seen it yet. So, we're going to start off with one of the most common accusations that I've seen on YouTube and social media. And that's Chrisean tricked Jaden out of her relationship, tricked her out of her spot. I've even seen Carissa hint that Marsh allegedly, possibly, could be messing with her other son. And I'm going to post the screenshot of that comment on my community board so you all can read it yourself And please feel free to comment and let me know what you got out of that comment, because that's what that felt like to me. And I need for Carissa to stand down and stop deflecting, because it's not helping your son. In the long run, your son is spiraling out of control and he's ruining his whole entire life. This is time to get off the internet and really get involved. This is not a content issue. This is a real life issue. And that's facts. So we're going to start off with CHRISEAN. Did you purposefully drive a wedge in between Jaden and Blueface? Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Now I want to dig into this, because Queen of Wands is, you know, that peacock type energy. This is the woman who is not only taking action, but she is the show pony. And we know this to be true because out of everybody, CHRISEAN gets the most views. She's the most turned up when it comes to the public. Now, let's see how she used her influence, because we got Two of Swords here. It's saying she used her influence to help disconnect or cut something off, but let's dig into why. Seven of Wands. Y'all, I told you I tapped into something nobody else had tapped into. Seven of Wands is in defense. This is in protect mode. She didn't come between Jaden and Blueface to break them up. She intervened and took action to protect. And protect from who? Y'all, I can't make this up. I literally just got chills. She intervened to help protect Jaden from this King of Swords. King of Swords is an air sign. We know Blueface is the air sign. He is an Aquarius. She was defending and protecting Jaden. Honey, who would have thought it? Who would have knew? They ran a 52 fake out. But it wasn't against us. It was against him. She ran a play to defend and protect Jaden so Jaden could get out of the way herself. See, the internet is like, oh, you betrayed her so that you can get back with them. If you've ever had your back against the wall and been afraid and not knew what it was that you were going to do, you come up with whatever you got to come up with in that moment. This was a moment where they had to think on the fly, because this was out of both of their control. King of Swords, Three of Wands. Listen. Told you. Weight of the world was on both of their shoulders. This King of Swords, the air sign, Blueface. They had to create an opportunity. Three of Wands. And see, the Three of Wands is like your ships coming in. So, interesting enough, Jaden's opportunities at that moment were all tied to and attached to Blueface. That's why his Three of Wands come from up under him. And this was putting the weight of the world on her shoulders. See, Rock can walk away because Rock has her own money. But Jaden's situation is a little different. Jaden doesn't have the control that Rock has. See, Ten of Swords is the ultimate betrayal. came out of her signing up with this opportunity through Blueface for the 10 of Pentacles. Spirit guides, kick it with me more about how this is a betrayal. 10 of Wands. It put the weight of the world on her back. She thought that she was going to turn up. She was going to be lit. She was going to get everything that she wanted and needed out this opportunity. They were going to do this as a team. She was going to, you know, be the rider. But I feel like somebody warned her, the reader, somebody very perceptive, somebody who may have a gift and ability like mine that's close to her. Somebody warned her. See, she thought that everything was going to turn up and she was going to be this Queen of Wands. She was going to be able to take the same action to get to the bag like Chrisean did, but it was an unrequited offer. She found out very swiftly after she got in bed business-wise with Blueface exactly what Chrisean meant about how he held on to her money, allegedly. The reader falls under the 7 of Wands. Y'all, these women had a meeting of the minds. By the time they went live and showed us the both of them together, there was a very deep, intense conversation, because you got to realize these two weren't just at the gas station together by themselves. Chrisean's, I believe, one of her sisters was there as well. So there were other women that came together to help them run the play that they needed to run. This time around, they both realized this wasn't about who was going to get the man. This was more so about who the hell was going to get away. Four of Cups falls under the 2 of Swords. She knew that it was going to be pandemonium, excuse me, Lord. Pandemonium, it was going to be mayhem. My words all crossed up, but y'all get what I'm saying. If she walked away, 4 of Cups. See, she couldn't just walk away like Chrisean, because unlike Chrisean, the way her paperwork is set up, she walk away, she don't have the ability to bounce back the way Chrisean did. See, Chrisean walked away into an opportunity that she walked herself into. If you remember how Carissa talked about she dropped her off at the Baddies audition. Well, see, Chrisean got that audition on her own, so it was under Chrisean's name. That's why she could go back and negotiate what she needed to on the back end, because it was an opportunity that she reached out for herself. Six of Swords. So now we've got the King of Swords and the 3 of Wands. She had to figure out, 9 of Wands here. She had to figure out how she was going to safely escape, because in the regular Lenormand, the 6 of Swords is a woman escaping with her child in the middle of the night from a dark, desolate, toxic situation into the dawn of a new day, never to return again. Because she was what? The wounded warrior. Now let's remember, Blueface says he didn't put his hands on anybody. He didn't touch anybody. He didn't do anything. But allegedly, what these cards are telling me is she took an ass whooping for the last time. She felt like she needed to get her and her children to safety. It was something about this last time that felt ominous. The energy that I'm getting, allegedly, is that when she looked into his eyes, he was not there. She looked into an entity, allegedly. Jaden knew that she couldn't keep playing this game. See, The person that she had dealt with from her past, Six of Cups, this person that she had so much history with, hurt her the most, Ten of Swords. There's something that the both of these women are sitting on. There's some secret information that they're sitting on that, even though they told us a lot with what they told us about what happened, there's something very major that happened that they are not speaking on, but it bonded the both of them together. They bonded like people in a tour of duty. Never in a million years would these two have thought that they would have bonded through a trauma bond. They found out they weren't as different as they thought they were. So they had to come up with something swift and fast. Swift and fast. Because this Ten of Wands here, the weight of the world was on somebody's shoulders.